we are now joined by Zambia coach Florence Mwila. Coach, congratulations. Let's talk about the game.
Thank you very much. We thank God we got the trophy like we promised that we would. But it wasn't an easy game. I think we did not settle well when it started. We just kept playing long balls and they outnumbered us in the back. We were finding ourselves playing 2 against 5, which was something that we went to talk about at halftime, that we needed to settle, and we had a lot of scoring opportunities, but there was no patience because they were in a hurry to score, and that made us not to convert goals. But overall, we're proud of the girls and how far they've come.
Any questions for the coach?
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you win the trophy and you also do a clean sweep there on the podium. First of all, for girls like Frida, how big is this? To have brought her here the first time out. She not only helps you win the cup, but she's also on the podium as one of the top goal scorers.
Well, to Frida, it means a lot to her, looking at where she's come from and being the first time. She's really motivated to push more. This is like a drive for her to even aim higher in her career as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Coach, congratulations. You disposed of the defending champions and then went on to win this tournament. How key was that game against Malawi?
Well, it was a very key game. One, the players that we were meeting Malawi, we're meeting them for the first time. So we knew that they were going to approach the game with all seriousness, and we knew that Malawi had planned to come and defend the championship, but we just saw how they were playing and capitalized on some of the mistakes that they were making, which helped us to even win the game. That game was like a final at first, but then there was this final that was there today. It came in a different way. So that's how I was saying, I think in my pre-match interview, I said, we cannot say how we plan to approach this game because it comes differently. We may have watched South Africa play, but how they approach the game when they play against us, it will be different from how they approached it with the other teams, and that's what we saw today.
Okay.
As a follow-up, where do you think you held it tight? Because you say South Africa was also a different and tougher opposition. Where do you think Zambia held it tight to ensure that you push all the way to the penalties? Did you even win the penalties?
Yeah, so we saw how, because they were doing, they did play a lot of combination plays which could have been goals. So we said we are better off pressing them in their half. We should not allow them more on our side. Yeah, so that really helped as well. Oh, the penalties. You know, Jessica is a very good goalkeeper. So we thought penalties, yeah, but the girls practiced, they worked on them, and they did do it, and we had to get the win at the end of the day.
Coach, what would you say was Zambia's strength at this tournament? You were able to get the goals. Technically, outside of the penalties, you were not scored a goal. What was your biggest strength?
Our biggest strength is we played as a team. We defended as a team, attacked as a team, we pushed each other on the bench, and the players themselves were pushing each other. So we played as a team because that's what's important. When you play as a unit, this is what you see right now.
Okay.
Coach, I saw your expression when the individual awards were announced.
Yes.
Especially when South Africa took the other two, goalkeeper as well as player of the tournament. Would that have been your choice? What are your thoughts on that one?
I stand to be corrected, or I need to be educated on how they pick especially a golden glove, because I believe that a keeper who has not allowed any goals all throughout the tournament is the one that deserves to get a golden glove, because she's been tried and tested by all the teams and has not allowed any goals. So how does she not get the golden glove? So that was my expression. I stand to be corrected. If maybe the TSG would educate us on what they were looking at, the criteria in picking the goalkeeper of the tournament to get the golden glove. On the player of the tournament, they have what they were looking at. So that one I wouldn't argue much. But on the goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that has played 4 games and not allowed any goal, that tells you something. That tells you how good a goalkeeper is. Unless otherwise, I don't know what they're looking at. Yeah, that was my expression of disappointment, actually.
Do you have any other questions for the coach?
The last one, sir.
Oh, okay.
Coach, overall, this tournament, you've been attending these tournaments over the years. Looking at this tournament, with all 14 teams involved, do you see any improvement? Do you think there's something extra to be done by the teams that were here to ensure that women's football on the continent, especially on the region, continues to grow?
Well, I wouldn't really say teams do something about it, because you can see that teams are really doing something about it. There's so much improvement. I'll always talk about the Comoros-Angola game. That was a big win from Comoros beating a stronger team like Angola. That shows you that we are really headed in the right direction. I know for the other teams that are coming in, it's also a booster for them. When they go back home, they know what to work on. They'll look forward to next year because they will know the mistakes that they made and they'll work on it. There's so much improvement in the Southern region. Look at us. It was the Southern region that had 2 teams going to the World Cup. That shows you how strong the Southern region is right now in the continent.